in a minute. Looks like okay, there's that one. Where's my... There we go, there we go. Now I can see the chat room, and need to edit my thing. That's not Haven Dots, it's okay, there we go. Now it's updated. Now it's updated. You guys can hear me, right? Let me see. What is what does my audio look like? Okay. Oh, you're hearing me through the phone. There we go. Well, let me try. How about if we use the Brio mic instead and maybe turn down the sensitivity a little bit? Somebody's sending me a lot of messages here, so hold on a second. Let's see what their specific... Well, you know what? Would I be able to check it without going over there? No, I can't. Shit. Okay. 1 second, guys. I need to, and let me just... Okay. I am back. Sort of. Supposed to be. There we go. There we go. And this is so strange. Okay. And we're back. There we go. Maybe this one go like that, maybe. And this go here. I'm upside down. Well, isn't that fantastic? There we go. All right. A little better. A little better. I've never done a Rocky Desert save before. So let's start up. I have this game muted, don't I? Let me get the audio. I don't know, it's 50%, seem like it'll work. There we go. Put these on so I can hear what we're doing. Okay. I got Angie sleeping behind me, so alright, this is water, but it's not deep water, right? Oh, that is water. Can I get... I don't have a map yet. Well, whatever. This looks like a nice place for the hub. And, whatever. Probably end up moving it later. And now it wants some concrete and some steel, so... And we are definitely going to need fuel for whatever we do. So just as we start off every Satisfactory game ever, we got to get a bunch of leaves. Maybe this could zoom in. We don't need. That's way too close. Okay, we don't necessarily need all that background. I guess that works. There. Perfect. And oh man. There's an animal over there. They are not friendly. So here we are getting lots and lots of leaves. This is this super fun gameplay, you know. I wonder if I have... I do. How do I... Oh, I got to equip it. Okay. I have lots of hacked inventory slots, so... I can pick up a lot more stuff than I'm supposed to be able to. Well, that's one full stack of leaves. All right. Now I can fuel my stuff. And you. I'm going to need some iron. Closest is about 400 meters this way. Now, is it up that hill? I hope not. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, okay, you're not dangerous. What is this? This is probably going to be full of spiders, isn't it? I think I should save just in case it is. Oh, I can't put a question mark. I just realized I could have named it ostensibly spiders. Okay. I can hear spiders. Let's get out of here. Fuck this. They came after me, didn't they? Am I just being paranoid? Now, where's that iron we were looking for anyway? Oh my god. It's totally up there. How do I get over there? It's a hell of a long way around. Now where are they? Okay. Now there's probably a critter over there waiting to hit me. Oh yeah. It's those buzzy fly thingies. I wonder if I can avoid aggroing it. by staying way over here. I don't actually need this right now, do I? Not until I hook up the next thing, which has to be a smelter. And finally, a constructor. Head back over to the hub, dragging the power line. Am I going to die if I jump down there? I think I am. Ah! What if I... Ah! Oops. Ouchie. Seems like I'm near. And yeah, this could use a little more. Alright, now I just need to get back over there, because none of those are configured with a recipe right now. A little bit more of these little health berries. Remember to pick up leaves along the way for fuel. And we still have to go the long way around until we come up with enough parts to build a stairway or a ramp of some kind, which we will do. Okay. So you can start doing iron. filling these up. Now we should save our game again and go do battle. With the evil forces. Of this little fly hive over here. And hopefully it's not one of the bad ones. Okay, guys, come on. Come get tased. Come get tased. Let's go. Aggro, please. Let's go. Come on. Why are they not aggroing? Interesting. Maybe if they don't have a hive, they don't aggro. Alright, let's get another one on here. No, we need a smelter, don't we? Yeah. Then a constructor. Then a container. Okay, that's not going to work. Maybe that will. Back to 8. Nope. You. And you. I wonder if our current power scheme can support that. No power. Ah. There we go. We're going to make those. I'm going to make rods. Alright, and it is producing. So, more berries, nice. Okay. Okay, so where can I get some concrete from? it's down below. No, it's up above. I wonder if there's any critters over there that need to be fought with. Hello, any animals that need a fight? Nope, everything's cool over here. Nice. Where's the front? There we go. Let's aim it that way. Constructor going on. I need some cables. And for that, so let me erase this then, because that might not be the first place I need to go. It means I need some copper. Oh wow. The closest is nearly half a kilometer. I wonder if it's up above or down below. I think I see it down below. I hope there's nothing I need to kill over there. There's something I need to kill over there, and it's something pretty dangerous, so... He doesn't seem to mind me much. What's up with the non-aggro? I wonder why. I need to mine some copper. Oh crap, that's iron. I don't even need that. Where's the copper at? Okay, so it's over that way. Okay, so now where is it? Yeah, it's obviously over there where the dangerous animal is. Looks like the animals are set on retaliate mode or something. Did I do that? Okay. I don't have the wire for a smelter. Oh, and this has no power. So let's... And I don't have the wire for that either. I have fast recipes. Ah, interesting. Wow, these are slow. You need full stacks to use those, I guess. Interesting, interesting. No idea. Maybe I can build an equipment workshop and make some more miners. Okay, I get it. This is slow because it's an impure node. Well, whatever. All right, well now we have the wire that we need. Hey, BC Phantom, how you doing? Has it been a long time since you said hi? I hadn't glanced over to this side of the screen in a second. I apologize if you thought I was ignoring you. That was not my intent. Have you ever played Satisfactory? Well, we're going to have to go home pretty soon. We're going to have to go back to our base really soon because we're out of fuel at the thing, and but I'm going to set up this operation without power. Oh, I need the rods. Maybe I'm not. Can I make the rods with what I've got? Where'd my workbench go? Here it is. I bet I can. Baby, buenos días, ¿cómo estás? Cuidado pasando por aquí que estoy en vivo en Twitch y YouTube. Looks like Angie's awake. I need cable. Only one of them too. That's not very much. I better stop that. Smelter. Come Instructor. Container. Well, that's not well placed. Make it a little further away so that the belt has room to stretch. Grab up some fuel. We might be able to solve our power problems locally without even going back to the base. I wonder if I have the parts. I need a little bit more wire to build a biomass burner. I didn't realize biomass burners had these impact inputs. Is that standard? Let's give this guy the rest of my ore. And this guy can make wire. There we go. So that's running. Just run this power line over towards the rest of my setup. If I hook it up though, it's going to blow the fuse. Well, whatever, we'll just blow the damn fuse, so what? What? Why do we not have power? Hold on. Oh, the fuse blew without making noise. Very well. So we need to get some more fuel. Which I can certainly gather. Huh. I do not have flight mode enabled. Where's my... There we go. There's my base. Buenos días, mi vida. Very well. Yo reviso, no sé la verdad. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo te sientes hoy? Triste porque no estamos ganando nada, ¿verdad? Well, I didn't realize I was starting this game with the non-aggro selected, and I don't know how that's likely to affect everything. No, so we were working on concrete, right, when we ran out of parts before. And where's our best bet for concrete at? Starting at the hub, probably over here. I have a feeling we don't have a hell of a lot more parts than we had the first time, but let's scout the location first. Where is it, guys? Did I walk right past it? Nope. Walked right near it is what I did. Production. Miner Mark 1. Miner. And these don't get smelted, they just go straight into a constructor that I can't build because I'm missing some cables. So I'm going to need crafting bench. Can I? Oh, I can make a whole spool of cable. Very nice. Alright. Production. Constructor. Make this part of my biomass grid. Ooh, I need iron rods for that. Can't make no iron rods because I don't got no ingots. I can make some ingots. Nice. Okay. Should be perfectly able to make a biomass burner now. So we've got some concrete, and we need to join this up to the main power grid. Where's the, okay, base is over here. Just make sure these guys got plenty of fuel so they don't cut out on us. And let's go on a little trip, see how many parts we've put together. We're this way. While continuing to gather vegetation, of course. Can't wait to unlock that chainsaw in the mound. Can't wait to unlock coal power and not even need to mess with this stuff anymore, honestly. Alright. And still, at this early part of the game, I just always want to take the path, the meandering path that exposes me to the max amount of vegetation. Alright, I'll take all of that. And I will take all of that. And didn't I have some concrete over around this way? Yes, I did. It was right here. Okay, so apparently I don't have enough concrete to build a concrete miner. So I'll make some by hand while I go refill the biomass burner. Oh wait, I don't have a biomass burner up here, do I? Huh. Alright, check my concrete miners. Okay, so production. Minor. Constructor. Needs more reinforced iron plate. Alright, let's do that. Okay. Since we don't even have the basic tools to build anything nice. Hey, Sirox, how are you doing, man? We don't have the tools to build anything nice at this point in the game. This is just the very starting point. It's like the most boring part of the game. Where you just get everything going for the first time. The constructor needs to make concrete. And they don't give you the parts to build anything cool yet. I just finished doing this super massive mega build that looks amazing. I actually had to get under the hood and kind of hack the game because I built it much bigger than you're supposed to, right? There's an item limit that you're not supposed to go over. I need more wire. Well, I'll just hook this up to the main grid and hope it doesn't blow any breakers. Have you played Satisfactory, Sirox? All right. And the power's down. So we got to go find out who ran out of fuel and fill them up again. And I have a feeling it's our copper installation way over here. Oh, Sirox. Oh, man. Seriously? You have 900 hours in this game? Hold on. I got to show you something then. You were going to love this. Let me load up my other game for you. This is... Is it this one? Yeah, this is the one. Where's the load button? There we go. Huh. Okay, exit to main menu. I'm going to show you my big save. Hold on. Oh, okay. I got to choose a save game file from within. This might take a minute to load. Hold on a second, because it's a really big game. We are waiting. Well, I made a mega build that that creates and burns 24,000 units of rocket fuel per minute. And it uses pretty much all of the crude oil on the map with no sloops. And but I went over the item limit, so I had to hack the game to raise it because I have some really massive blueprints that I'm using. Okay, for example, this is just the logistics layout for everything. This is my oversized blueprint. This is the heart of my logistics system here. This right here, this part here is the central hub. It's 6 by 6 by 6. And it has inside of it 30 sushi belts. If you use a return, I have a logistical return blueprint, for example. Okay, logistical return version 4. So this is just, let me switch into blueprint mode. Okay, so if I lock that there and then scoot it up, and we do this on both sides of the delivery system, then we've got 30 belts that rotate. But if instead we go around in a full circle using the elbow blueprint that I made, then it actually becomes 60 sushi belts. So you can run 60 lines of solids to any point in your factory in a constant loop because you have the, let me show you, you have the inner and the outer ring. You know, like you can see this one's backed up because there's nowhere for it to go, but this is taking the Conterium ore and turning it into, you know, ingots right here as part of the test that I was running. So you've got 30 to 60 belts, depending whether you're going to loop them or whether you're going to go around in a full circle, and 30 fluids, right? And then the hub part, which is separate from the rest of it, right? Like if I delete, this is the approach, this is the hub, and this is the in-between hubs portion, like where you're not going to have any IOs on this port. Nothing's going in, nothing's coming out. So the main layer of the hub portion is these belts, right? And it has, each belt has the ins and the outs up here. The pipes have 2 connectors for each one. So there's 20 connectors for 10 pipes and 10 inputs and 10 outputs for each belt. But they're independently on the top and the bottom. So you can feed it from the top, you can feed it from the bottom. And you've got all of that to just, you know, run your whole factory. And then you add the approach and the spaces in between them. So the way you would deploy then is I have all of my factories are made to hook directly onto this. Like this one here, I think I disconnected it from power, so you can't see it right now running. Let me see if I can get it running. And in order to get it running, I think I'm going to need to put an awesome sink just to free up the line. Maybe I'll just drop one right here in the middle. It doesn't like that because the surface is uneven, but we can use our magic H button to kind of force it to play ball. And I'll just power it up by hooking it up to one of my many power connectors that run through here. And I think the Caterium ingots are on output 2 of the outside roll, so there we go. And I'll just straighten that to make it look less hideous. And it should vary shortly, unless I miscalculated something. Oh, that's the inside, not the outside. That's why. There we go. I need the outside, and the output 2 is here. My mouse is crap. Sorry. Let's get back up to the awesome sync. Here we go. So we're relieving this, and the factory can start flowing again. The way that I like to have my factories is where they look really cool when they're running. Whenever I can, let me get the power connected here. So I make all my factory blueprints so that they can hook on to the edge of this approach right here. Right, there's my prototyping area for this one. So I have the same logistics layout for all of them, and then the inputs and outputs are labeled right here. And when you go inside, I like there to be no clipping on the logistics floor, but also when the actual factory is running, you'll see I like to make the actual belts themselves kind of decorative, right? But I haven't even, when this is flowing, it looks like kind of like a Caterium ingot waterfall. When it's all running perfectly. The fluid buffers they actually make it work less well, but at the time I had this thought in my head that I wanted it to be fault tolerant, right? And so I have matching factories, which I'm for the Caterium. Like here's another one that's identical for copper. Hold on, let me just place it. Oh wait, I'm tilting it with not supposed to be tilting it. Okay, get it up to where it's supposed to be. Is that? No, it's not flush yet. Okay, and get that. No, why am I going up and down? It's not supposed to come this way. There we go. Yes, I made this alone. But hold on, I haven't even showed you the cool part. This is just like a test bed. So here we go. This is gonna kill my frame rate while that's building because it's a really large blueprint. So now we could do the same thing over here with copper. And all of the metals in a row of like matching factories that are all doing kind of this decorative waterfall delivery. Using a flying mod because trying to get around the terrain, and I'm using a lot of inventory mods as well because Trying to get around the terrain and stock adequate inventory are not really my favorite parts of the game. You can see my massive power plant over here. It's starting to come into view around this corner. And that's really all this save is about. It was a challenge build to try to use all of the crude on the map and convert it into rocket fuel. And I was really excited. I was really excited when I finally got it to run stable. It's not stable right now at this second though, and I think the reason it's not stable is because I'm trying to burn off I'm trying to burn off some all of the extra power slugs, because when you build without inventory, it doesn't delete power slugs when you delete them, and so my inventory gets full. And so I'm trying to build so I built a little factory just to get rid of power slugs by making packaged ionized fuel. And it looks like it's done. And I probably need to flush this fluid buffer and see if I can offload some more of my massive powers, because you can't delete these, you can't sync them, it's really hard to get rid of them. All you can do is package them into ionized fuel. So now this is my massive station. Each one of these blocks that are numbered creates and burns 1,000 rocket fuel, right, through these 4 blenders that each do 250, and then it takes it up to these fuel generators. It's 24 fuel generators smashed together in each one of these configurations, and each one is fully overclocked. The only reason it's not rock solid is because of that situation over there. So I have one of them slooped. But that's that. And this required me to set up a train system that runs across the entire map and brings more than half of the sulfur, most of the crude oil, and most of the nitrogen gas. Which, with the nitrogen gas, what I'm doing with it is I bottle it instead of sending it in through liquid, because it's really hard to deal with that much gas, I found. But the way I set up these power factories is that you can use it either with the pipe, or if you don't want to use that, you can put in your bottled nitrogen, and there's an unpackager inside that will feed the liquid, which is the way I'm doing it now, and it will return the empty bottles. Or if you don't return the empty bottles, they'll just end up in this internal awesome sink, because we're producing a lot of this polymer as a byproduct, so I'm sinking that internally as well, unless I decided to stick like a plastic or rubber factory along on the end of it, and then I could burn that. So yeah, and there's the inputs are the same on both sides. The inputs and outputs, they're mirrored, so that depending on which side of the logical hub you put it on, the inputs will still line up correctly, you know, instead of it being offset with one of them aiming this way. You get in, if you use 4 of them, you could be in danger of it looking a little bit like a swastika from up in the air. And then so I made it so that they're uniform. depending on which side you put it on. You've got the same inputs and outputs on this side as on the other side. So how do you like my massive factory that burns all of the crude in the game? What kind of project are you working on in Satisfactory? Sometimes I just sit here and watch the trains flow for hours. Ah. There are 6 train stations with 10 platforms each on top of this installation, and another extra one with 4, just because I discovered that with all of my pipes going around in a circle, there were some of them that were not reaching the end. So because all of the train stations are centered around the middle of the flow. But, you know, I wouldn't have been able to do this at all if I hadn't been able to design that that logistic system. You know, I have another save, the one where I was developing it, and I think that save was called... I think it's the one that I started. I haven't loaded this one up this year. Oh God, never mind. Well, let's see. I've got a lot of mods in that save that I'm not using anymore. Yeah, well, in this save, I was doing a massive nuclear thing. It was quite interesting. And I didn't use... well, there's some mods that you have to use. Like, if you're going to... At least, I don't know about now with the more recent updates, but blueprints, you couldn't nudge them. You couldn't vertically nudge anything. You can't do anything serious without vertical nudge, you know. And one of the... After I finished the game without any mods, without any cheats, right? And I realized that what I least enjoy is fighting with spiders, fighting with anything. And, you know, if I want to play a fighting game, there's a lot of great fighting games out there, you know, not Satisfactory. And I didn't enjoy running back for inventory all the time. I mean, that's the main reason I don't play, like Baldur's Gate and D&D type games anymore, because after you get some time into those games, they're nothing but inventory management simulators, you know. Oh shit. So here I am, irradiated as fuck if this game's ever gonna load in. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, this is my nuclear setup. Apparently I'm dying of radiation. And you can see, oh, I don't have fly mode enabled on this save or anything. This is the actual jetpack. These are all of my These are all my factories. I made it so that the regular, uranium nuclear stuff, there's 4 reactors on top that burn off the uranium and then they output the waste on the bottom, right? And then in all these various factories, the waste gets processed into plutonium. And then some drones fly that and the fixonium over here to my 10 reactor things. But once again, all of this, you can see my my metal factories at work here as well. But all of this only works because of the way that I set up this hub system, right? So, and I think that's probably the key to any mega build is coming up with a hub system. This is an old version of it where I was planning to use a lot of trucks, so I had a road system on the top. And I still have roads in the current version. But, some of these factories, they just look amazing to watch them run. Because I tuned them all to be damn near perfect so that the belt speed is as close to the input and output speed that's required. That one's not running properly. The copper's jammed up for some reason. This is my storage bay. And this is waste processing. And this is my fixonium storage that's waiting to get carted over here. I want to show you my really cool I want to do a series on Twitch and on YouTube where I do something like this from scratch, which is what I was getting started in on when you happened along. I don't usually have anybody that interested. For this system, I actually developed a 10-to-1. Oh my God, I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall right into the swamp because I keep forgetting that I can't actually fly. All right, so here we are back in the nuclear soar. There's a drone port that brings in the fuel, of course, and carts out any applicable waste to go back into fixonium. These are the fuel cells lined up for delivery. I split these off into dedicated sorters. And, wow, this one's really backed up. But yeah, the conveyors. Yeah, but I don't mess with this save anymore. I haven't messed with it at all this year. Oh, this is my water extractor field. Bunch of water extractors smashed together. Each there's 20 of them. So it outputs 600 when they're all fully overclocked. Yeah, but this is my nuclear installation. What I would do is just like, in order to get back and forth, I would just go up to the top using the hover pack and then pull out a parachute and glide over to the other end. But this is the build where I developed my modular system. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my. That was 1, 2, 3. All right. One second. Pretty cool, right? We spent a lot of time developing that system, and it got so big because that hub blueprint is so massive that when I place it, it freezes the game for like a solid 10 seconds. Be right back. I'm going to head into the restroom for a second. Okay. How many hours? Well, I don't know how many hours I have in this game. Should I look at my Steam account? Will my Steam account tell me? The thing is, it's going to tell me a ridiculous amount. Well over 1,000. Well over 1,000. And the reason why I have that much is because every time I'm waiting for the girls to be ready to broadcast, this is how I spend the extra time. Alright, so the more time we spend gathering resources, the less time we're going to spend not needing them anymore. But yeah, I would be surprised if I have anywhere less than... hold on, let me see if I can open Steam. Steam app. Library. My library says I have 1,300 hours. And 37 out of 44 achievements. Somehow, that seems like a lot less than I thought. But I do spend a lot of time trying to save time. You know, like placing blueprints and stuff like that. Why do I sound like I already have the leg thingies? Okay, I think we have a biomass. Yeah, this biomass burner ran out of fuel. And I think we're going to... Yeah, but I've been supporting that. What version were they on when you started? I need some wire, but I'm at the wire place, so that's perfect because I have wire. You like to watch this game? How many, what version were they on when you started? I started at 6. The first update I moved to was update 7. So I started on 6 and I played 7, 8, all the way up to 1. But this used to be my my where the hell is she game. And that's how I got so many hours. Especially when I was in a relationship with a girl who really didn't like me, but she kind of needed to be with me. And I kept trying to bust her on it. And, because I knew, but she wouldn't admit it, you know. And it was a lot easier to believe her than it was to keep arguing. But I started using Satisfactory to count the time that I spent waiting for her to show up for plans that we made together. And when I got to 1,000 hours, I broke up with her. So there we go. We got that. We got that. Let's get some more leaves and some more leaves and some more leaves. Have you played this game with a controller? I understand they finally implemented controller support, but I haven't messed with it at all. Oh, cool. We've got coal right there. Nice. Well, I'm sorry to be on the most boring part of this game right now, but I think I'm about to go send off the hub thingy to upgrade some technology. I think we'll at least get some foundations and start building some basic structures really soon. Okay. We need some more fuel. Alright. Oh, you know what I realize? One of the things that I need the most is concrete. And I walked away without grabbing any, so I'm going to have to go to my other concrete factory that's way over here. Oh, I'm sorry if I speak too fast then. What is your language, Pseudox? Oh, I didn't miss the concrete factory at all. Oh, no, don't die. Okay. German. Oh. That is not a language I know very much about. I know a lot of English is German influenced, but I don't know what part. Ah, we're all out. Let's get some more leaves in you. Okay. Alright, so I need a lot more metal parts, a lot more concrete, 50 more concrete. I think I have some concrete. that's the one. I didn't have one over this way. All right. There's a summer sloop around here somewhere. Okay, concrete is once we unlock the next milestone, we can start. Corona. Yes, I'm American. I live in Colombia. All right, we've got the concrete that we need. ¿Cómo estás, bebé? Buenos días.
Buenos días. Ay, uy, me salió una yuca del pecho. Me regálame, güey.
Dale, pero estoy en vivo en Chatter y Twitch, así que cuidado. No.
¿Y dónde está?
Corona.
¿Estás en vivo en Twitch?
I don't understand the Corona part. ¿Ah?
¿Estás en vivo en Twitch? Ah, sí me demoré para llegar. ¿Dónde está, Mai?
Oh, lo puse en el baño.
Intenta hacer de nuevo lo de ayer. ¿Te mando factura?
Sí, dale, tienes razón.
Debería ser manager o algo así.
Where's my other concrete? I put down a concrete factory, and then I lost it. Okay, so that's that one. The other one is there. Where are you? Why couldn't I find you a minute ago? Ah! Oh, the coronavirus. Yes, yes, yes. I broadcasted a lot during the pandemic. That is for sure. Oh, this isn't even hooked up to the rest. No, it is. Okay. Great. More concrete. Okay, so back home now. Hub is this way. Probably going to have to start this again from scratch with hostile animals just so I don't feel like a complete cheater. I wonder what the girls are freaking out about. Okay, that's done, that's done, that's done. Get the carpal tunnel. Send that off. Have you ever watched so I need a minute and a half for that to come back. We're going to get logistics in a second. It's so nice. We already have all the materials because we've been taking it slow. Need to collect more foliage. Where is it? The densest. Over here, over here, over here. I want to unlock the MAM so I can research. Oh yeah? How did you like Colombia? What part did you go to? Alright, that was probably enough. There we go. It's a minute and a half connecting. Okay. Boom. What do you want now? I should have done that one. Alright, let's get us rid of some leaves. My duties. I want to do my duties. Ah, the Colombian girl took you to the village. Paraded you around to all the relatives. Look what I got. Okay, we need 3 minutes now. I wonder if that's... At what point do we get coal power? I don't want to rush to coal is what I want to do. Coal is, that's not tier 1. Oh wow, I have to build the space elevator before I get the coal power. I didn't realize. I wonder if I have any new messages on what's up. Nah, not really. Oh, is a long ways off. We better get comfortable with our other stuff. We're probably going to have to make a little biomass factory, I think. I am an expert forager. Behold the skill with which I gather leaves and tremble. You know what? We did find a cave earlier before we knew that the animals were not being aggro. So we could probably go back in there and get some mycelia for research now, huh? Ah, but we're getting... I wonder if they still have the glitch where you can fill up your... where you can fill up the requirements for the upgrades and then send them all off together. I feel like what I really need to rush is object clearing. Where the fuck am I? Oh, it's a poison critter. Did you come to Columbia because of me, or did you watch my broadcast because you'd been to Columbia? All right, we blew the fuse. Nice. That one's fine. Where did we put more bio or more fuel thingies? I think it was over by the copper, right? Ah, but wait, first we need to upgrade stuff. Okay. Okay, so I need... Mm-hmm. Alright, so I need concrete and screws. And I think it's about time we got a biofuel setup going on. Probably need to create a blueprint for one. I built a bio burner over here, didn't I? I did. Where's this input? It's way over there. Huh. I wonder what would happen if I did this. That's right, we can build foundations now, can't we? Either way, we're taking too long to get this rolling again, so let's just do it. Didn't want to waste my precious leaves. I wonder if that's enough to get us rolling. It is. This is outputting 60. That only needs 45. Well, not too wasteful. Alright, so over on that side, yeah, those were the days, man. I didn't realize how much work it was to take care of that many young women at the time, and I think I was younger and had more energy anyway. Okay, so this is the cave that I didn't want to go in before because I thought the animals would kill me, right? Wow. Is there a flashlight? No. Am I going to fall down a hole down here? Is there any way out? Am I lost? I don't think I know how to get out of here. Oh, hi, Mr. Spider. You are fully terrifying as hell. Oh. Okay, that's where I went in. Okay. We need 500 screws and 100 cables. Okay, I have some things to do now, so I gotta go. Hopefully, I can continue this at a later time. Appreciate it, everybody. Very nice to meet you, sir. Thank you for hanging out and talking to me. It's hard for me to get anybody to interact when I'm on Twitch sometimes. Have a fantastic day, and God bless y'all.